So for episode 4 of our spotlight on our Birdies bed gardens, we're going to focus on potatoes. And so we have 4 beds of potatoes in this garden, these 3 in a line here and this one over here in the center. We did add sweet potatoes. We've never grown them before. So we got slips from Johnny Select Seeds on 2 different types, which you'll see in the center there, and I'll do a close-up in a second. These ones here and the one on the back have some of the extra slips here and then some variety of different regular potatoes. This is the second planting of potatoes. And technically it's probably like the 5th of the year because we did a bunch of grow bags really early and we've already harvested all of those grow bags. And we also harvested this bed, which was garlic, and that back bed, which was potatoes. So this is just getting going now. We have about 60 to 75 days left in our season before our first frost date. So we'll see how these sweet potatoes do. My guess is they will be a lot smaller than the ones that will have the full 110 to 120 days. I did go through and weed this bed. You'll notice the back bed I had started weeding last night. I haven't finished it. It's not so bad for weeding, but when you first start your potatoes, you're supposed to put straw on them, and I haven't gotten to it yet. So I do need to come in and add straw. I keep saying that in pretty much all of my videos. That's the one thing that I guess I really just don't like doing because it gets really itchy, so I tend to put it off. It is something I really should do, especially on this bed. There are some small little purple ones over here that are just coming up, so we'll be keeping an eye on those. There may be a few others that come up in this bed. I tried to reuse some of the seed potatoes that were still healthy from that back bed to see if that would work as a little experiment. They're definitely not as strong as some of the new seed potatoes that I put in here, but seeing that we already have 5 plants up, and I think I only put 3 of the new seed potatoes in this bed, some of them actually did work, so we'll see how they do. I do have some potato beetles, so we will be trying to work on those. It's not the end of the world, so some people get really upset about the potato bugs, and if they stay on the potatoes, I'm fine. It's when they get to the peppers or something else that they can cause an issue, and they don't tend to leave the potatoes once they're on them. I also have the black flea beetles, and so you'll see a bunch of little tiny holes on the leaves. Those are throughout the entire garden. I think there's one right there. And those are kind of a pain for your brassicas, kales, those type of things. Make the leaves not look so nice, but other than that, they don't really do enough damage to hurt a pepper plant, for example. So these 3 beds on the up front are 8-in-1 Birdies beds, and this back one is actually a 9-in-1. The 9-in-1s were the ones we first got. There's actually another 9-in-1 behind it over here, and you'll see this one has a lot of grass in it, and I need to come in and clean this bed up. If I don't see any potatoes starting really soon, I'll probably seed this with things like radishes and beets and lettuce and maybe even some fall carrots. As we look at these sweet potatoes, everybody told me that you're not going to be able to walk in the aisle by the end of the season here between these beds. And I've been looking at things that say to flip the tops up. So as they grow out here, you can flip this back onto itself and kind of tuck it in. And so I've been starting to do that. So I've been doing it about once a week, and then they grow out again, and then I flip them back. And it's kept them kind of tidy. Wherever they will touch dirt, supposedly they will try to reroot and grow more potatoes, more sweet potatoes. So it's definitely been a new experience for us. I'm not sure on placement if like the center of the garden was the best place, but also it kind of works because we can get to this from all angles. We can still get to all of the beds.